step back ไม่ to my itself with all the gates of perceptions, all things and all elements. Step back, my to my itself, my that doesn't grasp for my itself. This is the ending itself, ceasing the ceasing itself. Don't be obsessed with taking things into account and identification. Step back, not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Don't be obsessed to grasp or not grasp for anything, wanting or not wanting anything. Step back to not grasp for the non-grasping itself. This is directly cutting the cycle of the gates of perceptions. Naturally, it will not become samsara. Directly give the conclusion of the enlightenment. This is not about moving forward to the future. From my to my itself. This is not about going straight to the future. Not grasping for the non-grasping itself, it dissolves itself. With this, it will cut the cutting itself, letting go of the letting go itself, putting down the putting down itself. With this, it will end all the delusion to practice. Especially the intentional with the mindset, it's adding more the degree of the heat. Everything is from not attached to the non-attachment itself, not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Let's end the non-attachment, the idea of non-attachment and attachment. Let's end it. Think of everything so that there is the enlightenment that is given to all and everything. It's not about personal matter. Everything is from not attached to the non-attachment itself, not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Let's help end, let's facilitate ending altogether. This is not personal matter. Therefore, guide the way with the word everything. It will be accordingly. It will help end facilitating ending altogether simultaneously. To help facilitate ending the ending itself, one has to step back to my to my itself with everything. Don't be obsessed with opinions and meanings for too much, because that is not ending, not facilitating ending. Let go of the letting go itself with everything. There is no need to let go of anything. This will end the attempt to let go or not letting go. Not grasping for the non-grasping itself, there is no need to go indirectly. Cut through the cutting itself directly. There is no need to go in the roundabout. Step back to my itself. That is cutting the cutting itself already. And use these reminders often. They are the sentences that dissolve themselves. So use them to remind oneself more often. Not attached to the non-attachment itself. If there is still not attached to this and that, this is the desire that is fabricated. It's still restless. This kind of idea of non-attachment is still restless, not attached to the non-attachment itself. With this, it will facilitate ending towards the non-attachment and everything. It's not just about details of one or two things at a time. It's all at once, ending all at once. Are there any questions from the bhikkhuni from China? No need to be with too many rituals. Just pay respect simply. No need to have any fabricated behaviors. Having to pay respect, pay homage. This is fabrication of behaviors. Having to pray and all that. These are fabricated behaviors. Luang Por has asked them about how they are, can they make a conclusion. There are so many in the mind because of opinions and meanings, fabricating wisdoms, fabricating Chan, Samadhi, Yan, mindfulness, Sati, and Dhamma. That's why inaccurate. All Dhamma is anatta. Anatta is not just meaning that non-self. That is non-self. It is meaningless in itself. Even meaninglessness doesn't mean meaninglessness. It's not categorized as sati, anatta dhamma. It's not categorized as samadhi, chanyan, kamasthana, or vipassana. Anatta doesn't have any meanings as anything. It doesn't mean non-self only. It's not anything at all. It doesn't have meanings as being anything at all. Anatta Dhamma, anatta of elements. When it becomes something, when Dhamma is becoming Dhamma, it's fabricated to be Dhamma. Therefore, it becomes karma overlaying Dhamma. Direct enlightenment. Not having to, or not having to. Even no intention, not having even to have intention or no intention. It's not about practicing, because it becomes samsara in the practice itself. Because the practice itself is the arising and ceasing in itself. That is fabrication of Dhamma by the desire. And it is becoming further as realms of existence. Within this samsara, what are you going to let go of? What is there to be let go of in order to end? let go of the letting go itself. If you want to let go of the letting go itself instead, then there is ending. To let go of this and that, there is still the self that is letting go. It is the arising and ceasing in itself. Everything is from neither grasping or not grasping. Therefore, there is no need to let go or not letting go. With this, there is ending. There is ending like this. What are you bowing down to? You are just aiming towards bowing down towards the Buddha footprints. Even one bowing down, one time of bowing down is itself self-torture. All these days, they are just self-torture. Sitting, standing, bending, front, back, lying down, movements, all these movements, they are the actions of suffering. Therefore, don't be much with it. Let it be natural. Don't be obsessed to fabricate rituals, to practice any self-torture. Let it be natural. Let any movement, any actions become natural. Amidst everything, without trying to let go or not letting go, without having to let go or not letting go, attach or not attach. Be amidst everything in the way that there is no need to be attached or not attached. This is not the middle way. This is amidst all and everything without having anyone being amidst anything. This is called emptiness, purification of the emptiness of Nibbana. This is a conclusion made for you because you are stuck with the middle way. That's why Luang Por give ending to this kind of idea. Being stuck with just the idea of the middle way. That's why you have to hear something that gives the ending for this idea. In order to end accordingly, be amidst all and everything without trying to let go or not letting go. There will not be anyone who is trying to let go or not letting go. There will not be anyone who is in the midst of anything. Because whenever there is the self in the middle of anything, there is no ending. Listen carefully. Because you have been blind and deaf for too much already. You listen to something that is not ending. That's why it's called deaf. And when you search for looking and seeing to something that is not ending, is called blind. So listen to something that facilitates ending. There is no need to not want anything or not grasp for anything. Let's end it. Not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Ending for the delusion to not grasping. When you can end the delusion to not grasp, it will end also for the delusion to grasp. My from my to my itself with everything. There is no need to my to anything. My to my itself. That is end the ending itself, cease the ceasing itself, cutting the cutting itself. That's the essence. And proceed with everything altogether. Already said, it's not personal matter. Everything. It's not something that is to go one by one. Enlightenment to be facilitated all together with everything, all together.